I've given myself one shot, one moment, one opportunity to win the Euros with England in FM24. And if I go out, well, this video ends. So let's not mess this up. But I believe it's coming home. Come on. So it's a simple premise for today's video. I have called up the exact 26-man squad that Gareth Southgate has selected for this summer's Euros, and I'm going to go and see if I can win that Euros in an up-to-date database here on FM24. Here you can see there is the England group. Our first game is against Serbia, which is on the 14th of June in this database here. We're on the 15th of May, so I'm going to select my final squad, which, as you can see, is the exact 26-man squad. It is 26 people. It includes the likes of Kobbie Mainoo and Adam Wharton and Anthony Gordon, etc., leaving out some big names like Jack Grealish, as we know. I'm going to go and see if I can use this group of players to go and win this tournament. You're going to come along with me. We're going to devise the tactics. We're going to sort out who's going to play where. Is Trent a midfielder? As one of the questions to answer. Can we go through and win this competition? And if we do, if I can do it, then surely Gareth Southgate can go and do it in real life, right? The only issue is if we go out, we don't try again, the video ends. So if we lose and go out in the group stage, we will it'll be a very short video. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Let's get ourselves to the final squad selection day, and we'll turn this squad in and we'll start to prepare. Oh, by the way, if you think this is a cool idea and you want me to see, maybe I'll go and try and win it with other teams or something like that. If you have ideas for future videos, if you enjoy this type of thing, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video too. It really does help to push this out to a wider audience. Also, we're really, really close to 75,000 subscribers right now. So it'd be really cool if we could get there. Let's go through then and continue this mission of ours. This, Gareth Southgate, this right here is how you prepare for a major tournament. 16-1. That's how you wave away the boys as they go off to a major tournament that they're going to go and smash and win. You score 16 goals. Your main man, Harry Kane, scores 7. And, I mean, admittedly, we did concede a goal to Guam, which is a low point, but we did score 16 goals of our own. We are on fire. The boys are buzzing. This is what you should have done. Why are you scheduling friendlies against Iceland, who Roy Hodgson could have told you they're a really, really, really good team. Very good at defending deep and stopping us from scoring enough goals to win the game. Guam, on the other hand, they will happily let you score some goals. Their keeper was actually their best player, or one of their best players. They've got a lot of players who didn't play very well there. They've got a player called Crawford. Kevin Crawford. Thank you for your service, Kevin. 16-1. We also, by the way, beat Belgium 4-0. A brilliant performance in this one. We are actually going in full of confidence. This is the 11 that I picked in both friendlies. I didn't mess around picking squad players and getting them minutes because, again, I want focus. I want everyone to know what their roles are and for everyone to be ready for this tournament. So I've gone with my strongest 11, which is this here. I'll show you the tactics. This is what we're going to rock with in this tournament in today's video. It is a 4-2-3-1. It is very, very, I mean, it's quite similar to what I think Gareth will actually play. We've got a goalkeeper who is Pickford, a back four. I've gone with, biggest call I suppose in here, you're probably noticing already, is that I've put Trent Alexander-Arnold into midfield. I'm happy for him to play at right back against teams like Serbia, perhaps the group stage games. I just think in the bigger games, against those bigger teams, is he a little bit of a liability at right back? I think that's overstated. I'm a big Trent fan. Everyone will talk about this. Is he better at defending than Kyle Walker? Probably not. I'm going to say that. But he is our most creative player. I think he's probably right up there as being one of our most important players. I think we saw that in that game against Iceland. I'm sticking him in the midfield. He's wearing the number 8. I just think it might be the plan for that first game in the groups for Gareth Southgate in real life. I'm going to stick him in there alongside Declan Rice. I'm not quite sure I want to see Kobbie Mainoo starting in there. I'd love to see somebody like an Adam Wharton starting in there, but it is a thing it's a big thing to be thrusting him into, despite all of the talent that this boy does possess. My little issue is that he's not quite as good in FM as he is in real life. So I'm going to keep him on the bench and use Trent in here. So there are some FM things coming into this because I do want to win this. I don't want this video to end before the end. I want to win the tournament. So we're going to go with Walker at right back. Shaw is fit for me, so I'm going to stick him in at left back. I'd actually probably prefer Joe Gomez to play here rather than Kieran Trippier, who I think will start there in real life, because Joe Gomez is just more defensively solid, and I think you can go and throw the rest of the players forward then if you have Joe Gomez. Build up in a 3 rather than... I just didn't really like what Trippier was doing going forward. He didn't ever at any point go beyond... It was Gordon on the left-hand side. He just... It was really frustrating the way they played, and it might just be a one-game thing. It might be the Iceland game. Maybe it was that. I think if Shaw's not available, just change it slightly. Drop Gomez in and just let the other players go and have that space going forward. That's just a me thing, perhaps. I'm going to go with Mark Gay here at left centre-back. I think him over Ezri Konsa is actually very, very close. I really like Ezri Konsa. He's really impressed me in every game that he's played for England. So I think Gay, he's probably more naturally suited to playing on that left-hand side, but... So I'm going to go with him, but I would not be upset if Ezri Konsa was starting in our defence. I do actually also think Harry Maguire not making it for the tournament is a bit of a blow, and I do not think he's a good player. But for England, he might just been the best player that we could have had, and I don't want to see Lewis Dunk anywhere near the 11, if I'm completely honest. Rice and Trent in the midfield. We have to have Bellingham in at the number 10. I think he's way better in there than Foden in an England shirt. I've got a real problem with why doesn't Foden ever look good playing for England? Please, please, look good playing for the English full national team. Just one of these games in this tournament. That might be enough. That'd be lovely. I'm going to play him left-hand side because I think he is so good you have to have him in the 11. Saka has to start on the right-hand side. Kane has to be our number 9. That's pretty obvious. I don't know what's happened with my numbers here. I think I went on holiday through the number thing. So Bukayo Saka's wearing the number 9. And Trent's wearing number 2. So I'm sorry for everyone, all of you number freaks who do not like it when these things get messed up. I can only apologise to you. That's my team. I'm going to go and pick, without restriction, all of the subs on here. Who doesn't make my 11 here? I'm going to chuck Lewis Dunk off there. I'm also going to... Oh, by the way, if it wasn't Trent in the midfield, I'd play him at right back. I think at the moment I'd probably go Conor Gallagher, and that might not be popular because people love to see something a little bit more hipster, like an Adam Wharton or a Kobbie Mainoo. I think if you want just solidity, Conor Gallagher does provide that in our midfield, and I think Southgate might well go down that route during this tournament, just as a heads up on that. Get yourself prepared for it. Who else am I not picking on our bench here? I don't know. I want Mainoo on the bench, but who do I take out? I'm going to leave Mainoo out for now. I'll think about it. I wish there was one more sub that I could... Who do I leave? Maybe... I love Konsa, though. I'm sorry, Kieran Trippier. I'm not your biggest fan. You're out. Right, we're going to go play our first game of this tournament now. It's a little bit later. There it is. Look, it is right now. 7:30 we kick off. Weirdly, in this database, everyone plays at the same time, which is obviously not the real case, but it's not the end of the world for us. We actually just, you know, it doesn't change anything for the video. There is the team. I've picked it. I assume... set piece routines have not been set up. Right, that's something that an England manager probably should do. 1 second. Okay, they've been set up now. That was a quick stop tour of going through those. Let's get ourselves then into our first game of this tournament. I'm really hoping that we have the quality to go and beat a team like Serbia, get ourselves off to the best possible start, and we can really, truly start to believe once we've done it at the actual tournament. I'm really sorry to Kieran Trippier, by the way, who is just not even in the squad. That seems a bit harsh. I'll send the assistant to that because have we got time for that? I'm not sure we do. There is my England team. Go and do the business, lads. Go and win us the game. Play your football. Enjoy it. That's going to be my main coaching from the sideline there. Enjoy it, and enjoy it a little bit faster than this. And also on key highlights because we haven't got all day, have we? Off we go. Kyle Walker down the right-hand side looking for a perfect start. It's a good tackle from Kostic of Serbia. Serbia, not a team to underestimate, I would say. Even in real life, they've gone with a back 5 type of system here. Very defensively solid with Mitrovic and Tadic as their strikers. Here's Trent. This is why I have him in the team for these set pieces. Although I wouldn't mind seeing Declan Rice take the corners because he's very good at them too. Stones picks it up. Bukayo Saka scores. It's actually a Harry Kane goal. I think he's stolen the goal. They're looking for offside. The linesman does have his flag, or did have his flag up. He's put it down again. Have we got the perfect start inside 10 minutes? No. I think it hit Harry Kane and then was deflected in. It's going to be offside. We continue. It's still fine. We've actually only had... Okay, we've had more shots now. That's better. Who's playing well? Who's doing all right here? I mean, I'll encourage them. Corner to us. This is fine, though. Even a draw in the first game is sort of okay, isn't it? Am I clutching at straws a little bit? Tadic in. Mitrovic. Leave rubbish, Jordan. Even with those little tiny arms, you don't need to even try and reach that one. It's over the top. We've hit the target once. It's a very drab game. It's a very boring game. Another set piece from the same position, which Tadic has shot from 30 yards. Leave rubbish again, Jordan. This is fine. Half an hour gone. We've got an attacking throw-in. Kyle Walker into Saka. Walker can give it to Trent. This is what I want him to do. And I've put him in a central midfield role. So hopefully he drifts about and sort of gets himself on the ball. Shaw from left back. That's an interesting attacking play. Rice into Bellingham. Back to goal type of attacking right now. Gay into Stones. Patient stuff from us. Walker. Down the right-hand side. Gets across it. Okay, it's not even a good cross at all. Trent picks it up, though. Lovely chest there. Luke Shaw. Really patient. This makes me think this might be goal. That's awful. Luke, seriously. Shoot next time, please. Okay, at half-time, it's 0-0. I'm going to say I don't like what I saw from the team because, you know, I don't really. Even though this is fine and a draw's okay, I would like a little bit more from the lads as Serbia come forward again. There might be a counter-attack on here. I'm not sure why we've left Kyle Walker forward, but I suppose he's got the pace for this. Kane into some space. He's got players in the box. I think one of them's Bellingham. He's going to go to the corner, and Walker now crosses, bounces back to Saka. It's all very messy. Trent scores! And that's why you play him in the midfield. Trent Alexander-Arnold with our first goal of the tournament. And we lead against Serbia. Patient stuff from us. It's taken until the second half. But right at the start of that second half, we lead. And we're on the way. We're on the march, hopefully, to victory. It's Saka with the assist. Finds him in the space, lurking on the edge. Drills it into the ground and into the back of the net. Get in. Love that. 6.3 from Bellingham. That is a little bit poor from who should probably be our main man going into this tournament. Here's Kane again, though. Straight away looking for a second goal. Walker down the right. Why have I given Walker the number 17? That is just terrible. Trent has lost it. Is this a counter-attack for Serbia? He's got 3 men around him, though. We're solid at the back. Look at us. Gareth, are you watching? You should be. This is football. I mean, it's actually been pretty rubbish. Luke Shaw especially has been rubbish. That is not great. Mark Gay is going to pick it up, though. If the game wants to just end now, I'll be fine with that. A 1-0 victory. Luke Shaw, I'm going to have to get him off. He's giving it away again. At least we've got it back. He's also on a yellow. 6.6. He's playing better than Bellingham. Here's Foden. Into Trent again. He's the main man. Picks it up. Goes for goal. Bounces out to Foden. 2-0. Trent very much involved again. Phil Foden has done something good in an England shirt. The world might be about to end. We might be able to get ourselves our first 3 points. 2-0. Lovely, lovely stuff. I will see you, I think, because this one's over. I'll see you at the final whistle. And there is the final whistle. We ended up adding a third goal through Cole Palmer, who I brought in off the bench for Jude Bellingham, who did not have his best game, a 6.3. It was a Trent free kick whipped in. Declan Rice headed it down and Cole Palmer volleyed it in. I did also I brought on Bowen for Saka. Gordon came on for Foden. Watkins came on for Kane up front. And Joe Gomez came on for Luke Shaw. Those were the changes. Brilliant performance. What a start. This is a 3-0 comprehensive victory. We had all the possession, all the chances. We actually let them have 14 shots, but Pickford had a good game with a 7.3 as well. We're on our way to winning it all. We've gone straight away top of our group. Let's go and get ourselves up to the next game and let's go and win. Okay, I've already annoyed them in a team talk there. Germany-Scotland was 5-3. A Shea Adams hat-trick. What a start. Is there any other upsets in here? Not that I'm really noticing. 5-0 Turkey won in there. They could be dark horses in this tournament. If you know, you know. Italy did draw to Albania, which is quite interesting. Right, we are through. Well, we're not through, but we've won our first game. Next, we have Denmark. I'm going to go and get ourselves up to that game. I'll see you then. And game 2 is in the books. I played it. We've got ourselves a routine victory over Denmark. I decided to play this one really quickly because they actually lost to Slovenia, Denmark. And therefore, I thought then Slovenia may be the better team out of the two. They've got 2 games without a win now, Denmark. Even though you may expect them to be slightly stronger with the team that they've got. There is their team look. A 3 at the back. Simon Kjær. They've got Norgard, Humand, Poulsen up front. They've got good players in their side. However, we were pretty comfortable. It ended up being 2-1. It started in the 4th minute with Harry Kane getting on the end of this Trent cross. I started Trent at right back in this game. I thought I'd test it. I wanted to see how that would look, actually. I'll show you the England team here, although you've got some subs coming on here. Trent started right mid. I actually started with Rice and Mainu as the 2 midfielders, and then the rest of the team was the same. That was the only change. Obviously, here are some subs being made. Trent was good. I mean, he took the set pieces and still got himself an assist, and then Harry Kane made it 2-0 with this move. Saka with the little ball out wide to Shaw. Shaw was much better in this second game. Got the ball across for the tap-in for Harry Kane. Smashed it home. We did concede late on. with a goal that was a tight offside decision in the 90th minute from John Lindstrom, but it didn't really matter. At this stage, we were pretty much, I'd done all of the subs and everything. He put it in the back of the net quite nicely, actually, past Pickford. Our first goal conceded. It's another victory, though. It's 2 wins from 2. That, I believe, is safe passage through to the knockouts. It has to be, right? As 2 teams go through anyway. We are going through to our knockout, so I'm going to go and get this game against Slovenia played. I will see you at the end of that one. And wow, look at this, 4-0 in our final group game, and I rang the changes in this one. I've started a very different 11. I've rested everybody, knowing that we're already through to the knockouts. I've gone for, I'd actually go through the team here. It was Pickford in goal. Walker did play right back. It was Stones, Konsa, Gomez as our back 5. That's the same. It was Wharton and Rice, although I did bring Mainu on for the second half. Bowen started right wing. Palmer started in the middle. Eze came on off the bench for Gordon, who started. Then Harry Kane did start, but I did bring on Ollie Watkins. So I've played a lot of those fringe players that won't necessarily start as many games, and it's still given us a 4-0 victory. It started with a great run down the left from Joe Gomez, who is just, he might be our best player. Look at this for a run, past his man, pulls it back for Anthony Gordon to score a lovely, lovely finish past Jan Oblak. That was 1-0. 2-0 was not that far later on in the game, really. Cole Palmer with the goal. Gordon to the best player in the world, Joe Gomez. Down the left-hand side, into Gordon, into Palmer. He scores from there. He's very good. He's good in FM as well. So we do need to remember that. I do need to use Cole Palmer when maybe I need something to happen. Jared Bowen scored this lovely left-footed finish where he picks it up towards the edge of the box, look, goes round a little bit and then fires home past Oblak for 3-0 in the second half. And then there was one late one for a nice moment, actually, for Ollie Watkins in the 89th minute to score off the bench. Jared Bowen into Cole Palmer. I told you he's very good. Lovely through ball. Ollie Watkins past the keeper. 4-0. We've scored loads of goals. We've only conceded 1 in the group stage. We've got maximum points, 9 points from 9. We're going to go through as the top seeds, which means we're going to find out who we're going to go and play in that next round now. That is, I think it is decided. I don't know how much it matches up with this particular database, but we are going to qualify for the second round. Does it tell us who we're going to be playing? We're on course, it says. I mean, we are very much on course to go and win this. Who are we playing in the second round here then? If I click on it, does it... Let's just go on the Euros there. Do we know yet? Fixtures and results. I don't think we do. Schedule. We'll find out in a second. Maybe if I continue, it'll tell us in one continue. It's Poland. There we go. We do know. I will see you for our first knockout round in the European Championship second round. We'll go and play this one together, I think. I'll see you as we go and try and beat Robert Lewandowski's Poland team. I'll see you then. Okay, here we go then. We are just about ready to go play these games. Some games have been played in the second round, and I feel like it's important to keep abreast of what else is happening in the tournament. Scotland managed to go through in their group, with Germany, I assume, top in that group. They've beaten Denmark, Germany. Scotland are now out there. They lost to Croatia. Spain have beaten Hungary 5-1. The other games are Poland. We're playing Poland, of course. Netherlands play Slovakia, Serbia, Turkey, Italy, Belgium, Portugal, France. One of Portugal or France are going to go through. Is that something that happened in the groups here? Was there something interesting? Germany, Scotland, Hungary went through, so top 3 in those. Of course, yeah, top 3 go through in like 4 of the groups, I think it is, out of the 6. Yeah, so it is it's very easy to go through the group stages, I think, which is also why I skipped through those group stage games quite quickly for today's video. Switzerland out, Albania out, Italy through in 3rd. Croatia won 2 of their 3 games, must have beaten Italy in that as well, which is interesting. We have topped our group, of course. France, Netherlands, Poland. We play Poland. Austria are out. Belgium, Slovakia through. Ukraine and Romania out. Czechia have gone out, which is, I suppose, maybe you'd expect with those dark horses. Turkey going through with 7 points. Those are the groups then. These are the semi-final or the second round fixtures. We are playing Poland. It's time for us to go and pick a team. I'm going to go back to, I think, what is my first choice 11. This is what I played in the last game. Look, I talked you through it just so you can see it being visualized properly. We're going to go back, I think, to Trent in our midfield with it that way around. I'm going to keep the defence the same, except Luke Shaw does come back in, so I'm not keeping it the same. In fact, I'm not going to do that either, because I think I'm going to bring Mark Gay back in as our left-sided centre-back. We're going to go full strength in this. I think you have to in a knockout situation, don't you? Right wing is, of course, going to be Saka. He has to be in the team. We're going to go Jude Bellingham. Where is he? Hasn't been great in this tournament in FM for us. In fact, he's been rubbish so far. I'm going to go back to Phil Foden on the left-hand side. Even though Anthony Gordon did score, you can see who scored the goals on here. Don't know why Jude Bellingham's just randomly got 10 goals. I suppose, is that just not being... I don't know why that's there. I say you can see the goals. You can't see the goals. You can just see that Jude Bellingham's got 10, apparently. Kane starts up front. That is the bench. I'm going to leave Trippier and Dunk out mainly because I don't really like Kieran Trippier and because Lewis Dunk is not great at football. That is the team. Poland in a knockout game. There is no room for error now. If I lose this game because something goes wrong, maybe there's a red card or something, this video will end and this will be the end of our run. Just as normal tournament football does work. We're back in our home kit for this one. And I believe everything is set up perfectly and we are underway. 2 minutes in. Here is Trent in that midfield role into Saka. Bellingham brings in Walker at right back going forward. This will be a good start. Goes for goal. That's not what you want. Kyle. What if you want anyone shooting from there, it's probably not Kyle Walker, is it? It's not going to be a goal. It stays 0-0. Let's have a look at this Poland team. They've got Lewandowski up front. Zielinski in behind. They've got Jan Moder, Jakub Kiwior. Matty Cash is playing right back, of course. Szczesny, Frankowski at left back. There's some okay players in there. This is a team we should be beating, though. The main threat is an aging Robert Lewandowski. This is a team we should be dispatching and making our way through to the next round where we might come up against our strongest opponents yet. I think it's Germany. If we go through, I've looked at, you know, when you try and map out your route to the final. If everything goes England's way, I believe it might be Poland now, then Germany, and then I think France in the next round. And then the final would it be Portugal, I think? Depending on I think somebody mapped it out as if all of the higher seeds won their games. That's what would happen. So we will see how close to that actually happens in this. Hopefully we can beat Poland, although at the moment it's half time, or it's just gone past half time. It's still 0-0. Maybe I should be shouting. Maybe I'm thinking ahead when we haven't won this game here yet, have we? We've had 10 shots. We've not really created anything. That Kyle Walker shot was the only thing. Foden's on a 6.3. I'm actually going to hook him. Mainly because every game that I've played Anthony Gordon in today's video, he's been really good and looked like a goal threat. So I'm going to bring him on for Phil Foden and see if he can make something happen. Saka also not playing great, 6.4. Do I need to bring Joe Gomez on, the best player in the world, and make something happen down this left-hand side? 15 to play. This is very England in a tournament, isn't it? Very solid, but we are struggling to create chances at the moment. Bukayo Saka's not playing great. This is a decision. I think I'm going to do Cole Palmer on the right. It should be Bowen. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stick with it. Jared Bowen scored in the last game. He is our right-hand side alternative, I think. I'm just thinking about getting Cole Palmer onto that pitch too. Although it's everybody that's not playing well. I don't want to change too much and, you know, something might not work because I know that this will work. We've gone to extra time. This could be a really embarrassing end to this video. I don't like what I saw from the team. Can we just produce a moment of quality? We have a highlight. Szczesny takes a goal kick. Why are we up here? That's it. Change that camera angle. It's Poland who might be on the attack here unless we can take that ball. It's Zolek down the right-hand side. Crossing. That's... Oh, my word. Oh, my word. I thought that was in. It's a big header at the back post that should have been a goal. I'm going to have to make more changes here. One, because we need fresh legs. Two, because we look completely out of ideas. Joe Gomez is on. He's the best player in the world. Jude Bellingham for Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer's created a lot in the games that he's played. Jude Bellingham has not created anything. So I'm hoping that I've got the main men on now in Joe Gomez and Cole Palmer, who I didn't think I'd be choosing as the main men before the tournament started. Here we go, a highlight. Spare my blushes. This can be that tricky game that you just... Oh my God, it's gone through his legs. Kane into Bowen. Bowen picks it up. Shoots off the post or the bar. It was the crossbar, I think. Right, a close call for both teams. We've got 15 minutes to try and find a winner. Otherwise, it is the gauntlet that is penalties. Let's just start the second half of extra time. Do I need to make... Do you know what I need to do? Really, before the end of this, I'm going to save a sub and bring Ivan Toney on to take a penalty. It's never a great thing to do, I don't think. Do you know what? I'm going to give him 5 minutes and we're going to change slightly. I don't know how we're going to facilitate this necessarily, but look how tired everyone is. Trent is really knackered. I'm going to do this, which might seem weird, but we're going to play... Cole Palmer's going to drop into midfield just for the end of this. We're going to bring Ivan Toney on to take a pen. Kyle Walker is also tired. He won't take... Do you know what? Maybe I should keep Trent on. Because Trent would take a pen and Kyle Walker wouldn't, would he? Do you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that instead. Even though he's knackered, we're going to put Trent to right back, keep him on. Who else is a penalty taker on this bench? I think that's probably it, isn't it? We'll do this. Is that Poland corner? Oh, my word. We're actually going to go to penalties. This could be the end of the video. I've said, if this is the end, this is the end. This type of thing can happen, but this will end the video if we lose this shootout. I'm going to pick my players to take penalties. Of course, Tony is going to take one. Of course, I'm going to have Trent take one. I left him on the pitch for that. Cole Palmer, of course, is a great penalty taker. Jared Bowen, Anthony Gordon. John Stones has got great composure. I trust Johnny Stones. He's just a cool operator, isn't he? John Stones, and I guess I'm going to put Jared Bowen on there. Then Anthony Gordon, then Declan Rice. I might change this order slightly. Mark Gahey, Joe Gomez, Jordan Pickford. Let's put Harry Kane 5th. And let's have Cole Palmer take first. We know he can score them. Then it's... I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with that. Stay calm and back yourselves. Let's move ourselves behind the goal to get the best possible angle for this. It's Cole Palmer to take first for us. It's going to be penalties. There's going to be a moment this Euros where penalties happen. Cole Palmer dispatches. Cold Palmer, I think you'll find. We've scored our first pen. Robert Lewandowski is taken first for Poland. Come on, little arms. I mean, Jordan Pickford. It's a good penalty from Robert Lewandowski. There's going to be a moment where we go to penalties, isn't there? This is a risky one. I brought on Ivan Toney for this moment. Will he be a little bit cold? He's great. He scores his penalties. That's why he's in the squad. He's done his job. Benedziak for Poland. Come on, Jordan Pickford. Make yourself a hero. It's a good penalty. It's 2-2. Who's next? It's Trent for us. I think it is. Trent Alexander-Arnold. How much energy is left in those legs? Because he was knackered before the end. He scores it. Good lad, Trent. Good lad. 3-2. We are perfect so far from our first three. It's Szymanski for Poland. Left-footed. Off the post! Off the post and out! Advantage to us. Johnny Stones. I've backed him with that 18 composure. Make that advantage stick. No, it's saved from Szczesny. It's saved from Szczesny, and now Poland can make it all level again. Zolek for Poland. Right-footed. He scores, and now we're back to level pegging. That was the moment. It was Johnny Stones who could have made sure we win this. Harry Kane has to score now. It's basically sudden death. Harry Kane, the old reliable, into the top corner. That is a good penalty. And now Poland have to score. The pressure's on them. Otherwise, we're into legitimate sudden death. Szymanski. Is that a different Szymanski? I feel like they've already had a Szymanski take a penalty, but still, here he comes. Szymanski from the spot. This is D. Szymanski. Come on, Jordan Pickford. Right-footed. Does score down the middle. We're going to sudden death. It's Jared Bowen. That's kind of the point of this video. It's fun, isn't it? It's had it saved. This is it. It's going to be heartache. It's going to be another year of hurt for England. If Davidovic can score his penalty, if Jordan Pickford cannot keep it out of the net, we're going out on pens to Poland. And we will have failed. And I was so confident. We played so well up to this point. It's down the middle. We're out. Thanks for watching.